Now, first and foremost, I would like to say that it's not everything about one's culture he might like. That's the first thing. There are some bits and pieces of my culture that I don't like, that we have outgrown. But some of the most beautiful things about almost every culture is the name. What is in a name? Everything. Remember the story of Jabez. His mother went through so much pain when she was pregnant with him, and therefore named him Jabez. Out of pain, I cry and gave out this child. It followed this boy. Pain followed him until his name was changed so that he would be able to control costs enlarged. Hallelujah. My brother, of course, we have some borrowed names that have entered our culture. For instance, if you go to Eweland, they have names like love. They have names like peace. Names like whatever. Those are not indigenous ever names. They are borrowed names. When you go into the Fanti culture, they have names like wood, bed, tree. They are not indigenous Fanti names. They are borrowed names because of the British invasion of the area and beyond. But to say that an indigenous name from your culture is heavy, I don't see what joke can wipe that away. And you see, I'm glad she apologized. Celestine Donkor is a good singer. She sings a lot of these Ewe songs. She's a good ambassador to the Ewe land. For such utterances to come out of her mouth, it could have been that she overlooked that and therefore needs to be forgiven. But from where I sit, it was born out of ignorance and self-hate. If I meet her, this is what I'm going to tell her. She said it was premeditated. She told her mother that she was praying that she will never marry a man of our heritage that had a heavy name. That is enough inundation of your culture. Meanwhile, excuse my language, Celestine Donkor herself is heavy in character. You are heavy and you don't want any more heaviness. It's sad. I have been an advocate of culture, an advocate of self-pride, an advocate of people choosing indigenous names. And anytime I mention an indigenous name, I praise people. For you to say that Donkor is a better name than whatever Ewe name is a tribal remark, and apologizing is the first step. The second step is to go to the Volta region, be rebaptized in the shrines of the Volta region, be given akpele and fetiri dechi or fetiri toto or fetiri tadi for you to eat well before you return. It's an indictment on your culture. It's good she apologized, but she's still not remorseful from what she's writing. Oh, I made it out of jest. This was just a joke. I was shocked to see that people started talking ill about me and blah, blah. So sitting back and thinking about it, you don't see that this is bad. Like I met a certain gospel singer in those days. I don't want to mention her name. And from that time, I've never liked her. She had this beautiful little daughter who was about 4 years old at the time. And I jokingly told her, hey, I'm going to group my son to marry your beautiful daughter. You know what she told me? Oh, Debbie, me ba we do be worry bruni. Hey, bibi ne de me di ne ye. Hey, that gospel artist is today divorced and married to somebody else. Name withheld. It hurt me, papa. These are people who hate each other and hate themselves. Well, I leave it here. I wish we had more time to be able to indulge into this. But Celestine Donkor, please, you have looked down on us all. I consider myself Ghanaian and African. If an Ewe man is looked down on, I'm looked down on. The Gomba man is looked down on, I'm looked down on. I won't say your people. So you are happy you have a Donkor instead of an Ahiagbere or Azrakweto. Nah, you didn't speak good. I see some people saying, oh, forgive her, it's okay. No, she's still not remorseful. She's saying she's shocked. I'm really shocked. And I would have wished that cookie tea could have also come in a little bit. But I do understand the heat of the moment when you are on air and you are thinking 700 different things at the same time. I leave it here. Celestine, apology is good. Please, do more. My name is Blakk Rasta.